Now is Hisham Ben Ghalbon, a Libyan exile who's a member of the opposition group, the Libyan Constitutional Union. Good evening to you. First of all, you must be in contact with people over there. We're hearing unconfirmed reports of advances on Benghazi by Gaddafi troops. What are you hearing?
All contacts typically have been severed. It seems that the black curtain policy is back in Libya, which confirms the reports that we heard of the advances toward Benghazi.
That's new for you, is it? That the internet and telephone connections are down again?
It's confirmed. It's down. We cannot get through to anybody.
Colonel Gaddafi is not a man of compromise. He's not a negotiator. He's not going to just disappear into the night. We know that. It's going to be down to opposition groups like yourself to try and persuade him to step down and do what is best for Libya. Are you able to do that? Is it possible for you to engage in such talks?
Not talks. I think we are past talks. Gaddafi is a man that doesn't compromise. As you said, he's a gambler. He gambles as long as he doesn't bleed, as long as somebody else is paying the price.
So how else can you put the pressure on if you can't talk directly to him?
Gaddafi understands only one language, the force, language of force. And last night, the fight against him went into a new dimension. Now he will reassess the illusion that he been living in, that he's on top of the situation and he can negotiate or talk his way out of this particular crisis. I think now he's realizing that he cannot talk his way out of it, and it's time for hard decisions for him.
I mean, without a doubt, he'll be surprised by the swift reaction from the international community, but you've only got to look back at history. No-fly zones are not always successful. There have been in some cases, but when you look back at the Iraq no-fly zone, that went on for a very long time. We were targeted by the Iraqi military on many occasions. It can't be just down to this no-fly zone. This is the first step in many that need to be taken.
Sure, it is a very important step. We remind ourselves at the beginnings of this revolution, when it first started and people started making advances westward. They started liberating town by town, city by city, and were heading towards the west. It was only the balance of power was tipped Gaddafi's way only after the introduction of his air force and the use with such barbaric and tyranny. So as soon as the air force is neutralized, the balance of power on the ground will be in favor of the revolutionaries, of the people, and they will resume their advances. And if the conditions of the resolution are applied as illustrated by Mr. Cameron and President Obama, that the siege around the cities, Masrata, Zawiya, and all the city is lifted and his troops are back, the people will take it upon themselves to liberate themselves from it.
The
tide will begin to turn in favor of the people.
Okay, well, let's see how things develop over the coming days. The pressure is certainly on Mr. Gaddafi this evening. Hisham Ben Ghalbon, many thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's just